Yeah, what do you think, Gordie? It was a real a battle.
It was a grind. I mean, it certainly wasn't. You know, took both teams a long time to sort of settle down and really sort of loosen up and play. I guess for us, the thing we were extremely pleased and extremely happy about was the effort areas of the game. That's what we spoke about. One of the things that we wanted to try and do with this group was disrupt them as much as possible, take away their points in the paint, and we felt that we did a pretty good job of that. We didn't allow them to get nowhere near the numbers that they'd been getting in those areas. So, yeah, probably we're probably a little bit disappointed that we didn't play with a little bit more fluency at the offensive end of the floor. We just grounded out, ground away, and I thought we, really rebounded very well. I thought Larry did a fantastic job of keeping the ball alive and making some things happen. So, really pleasing. So for us to play like that and get a win, it's very, 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 very happy. And they've won their last three, so they're playing with a lot of confidence. They're obviously doing some things right. It is. I guess the really exciting thing is that there's plenty of room for improvement. The way we played, but it was, I thought the guys did a fantastic job at the defensive end of the floor. We'd spoke about just a few principles. It wasn't about, their X's and O's. It was just a couple of things, and I thought the guys really did a great job of executing and doing those things. And I thought our team defence was extremely good. And the thing that was great was the boards, because we just didn't allow them, a lot of second chance points. So, it's good to get away with it, but we're going to have to be a lot better than that, for next week's game.
Yeah.
I think really with the personnel we've got, the way that we've structured our team, it's about our team. It's not about one person. If we're going to think we're going to win a competition with an import, we're kidding ourselves. So the thing that I think the guys have done really well all year is be unselfish and get the ball to the open man, and the open man's knocking down shots and playing. And I guess that's the thing, the exciting thing from our point of view is that we see it regularly at practice, but we want to get that transference into a game, into a game situation. We've been really pleased with our bigs and how well they've been able to battle through the time that we've had without Tim Berendorf. So they're doing a really good job. What we really want the guys to do is play the way we practice. I mean, we don't, that's what it's about. The guys have been training hard. They're putting all the hard work in. What we just want, it's going to be great when we just get that thing happening in a game situation and loosen up. And that was the thing we spoke about, was let's just loosen up and play the way that we play. The thing that was great, though, we keep coming back to, we were able to make a stand at the defensive end of the floor, and all those effort areas, the little tips and that made a huge difference tonight.
That was one of the things that we talked about during the week, that Cairns just hit the boards like animals. So if we could keep them off the boards and kind of control the game from that aspect, then we could really focus on other areas to winning the game. I think we did a pretty good job. We'll just keep training, keep playing hard, and hopefully the results will work out. But I mean, that's what we've been talking about, that the type of city that Wollongong's been, and we've been around for so long with the history that we do get looked over, but it's not something that we kind of focus on and say, let's make this our priority. We're hoping that from our play on the court that we can just show people what we're about.
Pretty big team, so we just felt we wanted to, the more we could get up and down, we didn't want to get into a half-court game with them, because they're very good at that. And then their size becomes a factor and all the other things. So we were, the things that we're working on is being a good two-tempo team. Run when we want to run, but be able to execute in the half court when the pressure comes on. And I thought, we did a pretty good job of that. We're hanging in there, and that's all you can do. So we're 3 games into it. There's a lot of games left, and as teams, scout you and work you out, you got to keep getting better. And we felt we made some pretty good progress from last week. We were disappointed with the end result against the Blaze, but that's just the way it is.
The talking's more just to keep me focused. I mean, if I'm not talking, then I'll just, I'll start looking around and stuff like that. But if I'm talking, telling everyone else where to be, then I better make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be, otherwise I look like an idiot. But it's definitely something, as a big guy, you're kind of at the back, you can see everything that's going on, and it's something that I have worked on. I've talked to coaches about, just trying to be vocal and help the guards out, because Campbell and Sav and that chase over screens harder than anyone, so I've got to make sure I tell them when they're coming.
And so you see yourself as a bit of an anchor man to the defence, then, that the last line, so to speak.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what Gordo talks about. Protecting the basket and making sure that no one's getting past me, and make them make a play rather than making the play for them.